Let's take a quick peek at the Vikings' updated playoff picture. Are we going to
Ooh.
make it? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. The bye week is over. We got the Raiders coming up. We're going to take a look at the Vikings' updated playoff picture. And let's just say this. It's getting murky.
Yeah, it's getting murky, and this is what happens when you lose 2 games in a row to 2 shitty teams. You get yourself in these situations that you didn't have to be in. But before we do that, we got to remember and let you guys all know that this month, between now and the 20th, every super sticker we get, all donations, super chats are going to the Rising Up Foundation. Again, you can see right there what they're used for, all kinds of different things helping out there, whether it's a family in need, food, cancer, whatever they're battling through, whatever they're going through. Rising Up's there to help, and we are going to donate all super chats from now to 20th to that amazing cause.
Yes, he keeps everything right here in the great state of Minnesota. So help us out. And also you can Venmo us at Onebar Lupagus. Anything we get there going straight to the Reisner Foundation. He is very excited. I told him, I said, I don't know if it's going to get $1, maybe $10. We'll see. But anything we get, it's going right to him.
He's Hell yeah. Excited. So am I. So am I. So are we.
So are we. It is the holiday season. It is time to share. So, all right. Let me just give you the lay of the land real quick. So 7 spots in the NFC playoffs. 7 spots. Eagles, San Fran, Detroit are going to win the division. That's 3. Dallas is going to be a wild card. They're 9-3. That is 4 spots that are already gonzo. Another one. It's either going to be Atlanta or New Orleans to win the other division winners. So there's really only 2 spots left. Long story short, 2 spots left, with about 6 teams in the mix. So what I did is we broke it down, who they play, the percentage of getting into the playoffs. We used ESPN's little playoff index predictor based off of who you play, everything going on. So that is where we are getting these numbers. That is my speech. Now let's look at it.
Let's look at it. Whip it out.
So the 6th team to get in, potentially get in right now, we're going worst to first here. 26% chance of Seattle Seahawks, and it has a lot to do with the remaining schedule because that is gross.
Yeah, it is gross. 2 tough games right there. I mean, Tennessee is no slouch either. They have a couple easy ones at the end, but the Seahawks are a good team. Like, you look at what they did with Dallas, they hung in there, could have won that game. So if you talk about these teams that are actually still alive, still in the picture, Seattle's one of the better teams still out there.
They are, but they're 6-6, and San Fran, Philly, Pittsburgh, not great. And they have the Rams and the Niners ahead of them, obviously. But let's go to the 5th one, and this is the New Orleans Saints. And this is the division. This is the NFC South that is still kind of, I won't say wide open, I'll say gross open. Falcons are 6-6, then the Bucks 5-7, and the Saints 5-7.
Yeah, so again, the Saints, they got down big early. I think Detroit scored 21 points in 7 minutes. But they came back in that one. So again, Carolina,
They're not making it. Let's move on.
I don't think so. They'd have to get extremely lucky to make this. Their teams would have to really step on their dick for New Orleans to jump the Vikings in this one.
All right, here's where it starts to get interesting. The Los Angeles Rams right now. The Rams are 6-6, ahead of Seattle in the standings. And this team a little bit worries me a little bit. They got Washington, New Orleans, the Giants. So 3 very winnable games.
Yeah, and a team that's starting to kind of come together. The defense is waking up. Our boy, Kobe Turner, I don't know if you guys saw that yesterday, had a big impact in this one. Him and Aaron Donald becoming an interior pass rushing tandem. Yeah, he's doing his little symphony thing too.
He's awesome.
I was proud of him. He's a good guy. So yeah, you look at that picture and this team again. Sometimes it's about when you start figuring things out. And the Rams are a team that's starting to kind of put things together and looking like. Again, maybe not a serious contender, but definitely one for a playoff spot.
They're definitely in the mix. Remember, there's 2 spots out of this. So here it is. Here's the Vikings right now, 51% chance. I mean, we were just at like 70-something a week ago. So 51% chance, and a big part of that is our strength of schedule. Detroit twice and Green Bay, which I guess appears to be extremely hot right now. Good for you, Green Bay.
Good for you. Again, Vikings. A lot of questions here. Who's going to be the quarterback is the big one. Sounds like it's trending toward Josh Dobbs. We'll see if that sticks or not. Las Vegas, Cincinnati. Cincinnati doesn't have their starting quarterback. Las Vegas doesn't have, it's an interim head coach there. Just lost to the Chiefs. So again, if the Vikings can win these next 2 games, it's huge because Detroit, Green Bay, Detroit is a tough way to finish.
Well, and it's not we decide our fate.
Yeah.
We could win out. We could win out. That's a very hefty task to win out Detroit twice and Green Bay, but we control our destiny.
And that's all you can really ask for at this point in the season. You make it to this point. Yeah, you lost some games you shouldn't have. You won some you probably shouldn't have. You're 6-6. You look at the Raiders, you look at the Bengals, 2 winnable games, but we just came off 2 winnable games. We lost them both. So who knows what Vikings team we're going to get. Again, hopefully this bye week has done KOC some good. Look at Josh Dobbs. How can we use him better if he is our quarterback going forward? What can I do with him to make him win instead of, letting him turn the ball?
Well, this is going to come down to what happens with the Raiders this week. If we lose to the Raiders, sure, we might mathematically be in, but 3 games in a row, 3 losses in a row against 3 teams that are not great. To me, this comes down to the Raiders. Let's keep moving. This is the Atlanta. It's irrelevant. It's because they're at 60% chance because they're predicted to win their division. So this really doesn't matter. They're not really in the equation for us.
No, they're not. They can win. It's fine.
These guys are 67% chance right now. Again, these percentages are from the ESPN playoff. I don't know. It's got some fancy name, whatever it is. But the Packers fucking beat the Chiefs last night. Just pissed off. They got such a cake schedule. Look at this. The Giants, Bucks, Panthers, Bears, and the Vikings.
Yeah, but like the Rams, they're a team that's all of a sudden figured it out. Jordan Love, I don't know what the hell got into him. When we played him, he couldn't throw a 10-yard pass. Now he's dropping dimes everywhere. Christian Watts, I know he went down with it looks like a hamstring injury. I'm not sure the extent of that. So that's kind of big for them moving forward. But my God, the Giants, the Bucks, and the Panthers 3 in a row. This team is very, very likely going to be 9-6.
Yeah, I mean, in my eyes, Green Bay, unless something completely, they're going to be in the playoffs. So it's like almost down to us, the Rams, what we do. It got sketchy real quick.
Yeah, I mean, to me, looking at these teams here, like you said, I'm going to kind of assume Packers and Falcons are in. So Vikings, Rams, Seahawks are the 3 there. And I know the Seahawks have 2 tough games, but I think they're one of the better teams that's on this list.
Vikings, do your job, beat the Raiders, beat the Bengals. Let's see where we're at there. I mean, once we start playing Detroit, Green Bay, Detroit, again, we've said it multiple times, Detroit, they might not be playing anything for that last game. So that Green Bay game could be something real special at home where we're like 2-4.
We're not good at home, but let's not forget, though, I mean, the Packers are hot, but we were hot too. We won 5 in a row, and shit kind of fell off. So maybe the Packers, while these games look winnable, maybe they'll step on their dick too.
I hope so. I hope we're the ones to do it. In a perfect world, it ends up that Vikings Green Bay game ends up being the decider, and we beat them, and I drink myself to death. Enjoy.
That would be very sad that you died, but I would also be happy that we're in the playoffs.
You'll revive me. I'm confident that you'll revive me. So there it is. This is the playoff picture. It's going to come down to the wire, damn it. But like I said, it all starts with what we do against the Raiders.
Yeah,
this Sunday at 3:00.
Take care of your own business, Vikings. Take care of your own business.
Just like if you're watching, make sure to trim up those pubes. Spoiler alert. Take care of business.
Take care of business. We'll talk more about that later this week. But remember this, Tom Cruise's real name is Tom Mapother.